afternoon. It is Saturday, May 27th, 2017, 3:36 p.m. We are listening to the XCOM Enemy Unknown soundtrack. Welcome, everybody. Let me take a second and just post on Twitter, let everyone know that we are now live. This is my attempt at drawing God rays. Alright, let's get to work. Hey, jet user. So it's pretty good. Indeed, that is what I am doing. Listening to XCOM Enemy Unknown. And level design, aka looking at Frank Lloyd Wright homes. How's everyone's weekend so far? Let me grab my tea. You know what? I'll let it brew for a little bit longer. It's like it's mandatory if you live in Chicago to be a Frank Lloyd Wright fan. I've always been a huge fan of his work, but you know, when I kind of discovered how relevant his work was to level design, I just, you know, that's when I fell in love. Hey, Apollo Eye and Super Cool Ninja, how's it going? You know, I just like that there's a lot of Asian influence in his work, a lot of stuff from Japan, you know, kind of a lot of focus on integrating the building with nature. Ça va bien. Ça va très bien. And it's just so different from everything else being made in the U.S. Just so many great ideas. Yeah, I was, I went to the Art Institute earlier today, and they had a medieval armor exhibit, which was pretty cool. So I think what this thing needs is some god rays. We're gonna add that. This is my attempt at drawing god rays on this. Actually, I bet I can. You know what? I bet I can do it. Let's see. If I have a mask. The no. Ah. Okay, this is not what I'm looking for. On the... I haven't played it. Hey, so I am just making like a kind of example of God rays to show Arthur. You know, just to give him an idea of the kind of stuff I'm looking for. Yeah, something like this I think would be... I did. I messed up. There was the... One of the pictures was not properly aligned, so I decided to redo it. But I had to like go back, and I didn't want to upload 400 pictures at once, so... thing is really making me want to... Yeah, no, there was one because what happened was I scaled this image up, and if you look in the old one, you can see it's got like, okay, you see that? It's got that one, which in the new one it doesn't have. You see that? It was this tiny bit in the corner, and I knew it was gonna bother me later. I mean, it was bothering me already, and I was like, okay, the longer I wait, the harder it is going to be. So I deleted a few rows. Now I wonder if there is a way to... Is there a way to distort like around an area? You know, can you distort around here? Yeah, I think that would make it more mysterious. Hey, ACP Twitch. Hello, and Awesome here. Welcome. Photoshop Hero. Yeah, I'm just trying to play around with kind of getting the effect that I like. You know, this is yeah, kind of this is what it is now, and I think it can do with, you know, some black god rays and some distortion. Grooves, what did you expect with the Photoshop command? Yeah, I think this is like starting to kind of maybe get there a little bit. You know, we can, you know, maybe have... Yeah, I think that's you know, kind of pretty good. There's let's see. Yeah, there we go. Hey, and the gargoyle. Yeah, I'm just doing a mock-up, just so Arthur has an idea of kind of what I am going for. Yeah, let me know if you guys think this is a little bit more mysterious. I think it definitely... You know, this is kind of what it looks like without it, and I think having some of these effects would really help it more mysterious. So how's everyone's weekend so far? Yeah, I went to this art institute. This is called Saints and Heroes. Yeah, but they had a medieval armor exhibit, which is pretty cool. There was some cool stuff in there. It's I think it's upstairs. I unfortunately got kind of lost. Uh, with the Art Institute, I just sort of wander. I went mostly to look at the Roman art stuff, which was pretty cool, and then found out they had that armor stuff. Yeah, it's definitely they had a gun section as well. I mean, they were like those super old school guns that were very elaborate and beautiful. That's a cool hallway. Okay. Yeah, there was an Islamic textile art section as well. Ton of stuff. Yeah, that's kind of what happens when you live here. You forget to do. You kind of don't take advantage of a lot of the stuff the city has to offer. I still have not. For example, I still haven't done that architecture boat tour. I need to do that at some point. I have. Yeah, I've been several times, but they don't change. Their stuff doesn't change as often. Ah, man. Hold on a second. All right, I think my tea is ready. Submarine. They always have the submarine. The submarine at the Museum of Science and Industry is pretty cool. I don't know all the details off the top of my head, but it was basically. It's cool because they brought the museum here, right? Where now Chicago is inland, but I guess there was some kind of canal where they managed to get it from the ocean to the lake. And then they built the room that it's in around the submarine once they got it in there. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, the thing is you have to like pay extra for them. Right. Huh. These are off. I wonder if XCOM 2 is on sale. No. It's still $59.99. Though, technically, I still need to play XCOM Long War. Oh man, I totally forgot the. Did you know that there was the? They were doing the shed or the Soldier Field 10-mile run today. Gotta get ready for all these events happening in the summer. It's great, but they always reroute the buses, and there's an express bus from my neighborhood to downtown that takes Lakeshore Drive, and so when it gets rerouted, it ends up being kind of a huge pain. Like on the bus, it takes normally on a good day without traffic, like without much not being in rush hour, it'll take takes me half an hour. But yeah, when they reroute the bus, it ends up taking me closer to an hour, which really sucks. Yeah, I ended up taking the metro on the way home. I didn't even know where to catch the return bus because state had the parade going. Oh man, I love that song. Bum. Bum 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 bum. Hey, QVGA. What's up? Is that the latest one? Let's get some tea. Yeah, I've actually never played Final Fantasy. So. But funny thing is, all the Final Fantasies are here in the apartment because my roommate is a big fan. I believe my roommate is playing Vanquish at the moment. Yeah, I have the new one on the PS4. My roommate bought it. Not played it. He keeps telling me I should play it, but yeah. Yeah, he mostly just geeks out about the art direction. He describes them as sort of these large projects that have that just don't know like when to rein back. Shenanigans. Yeah, I can hear him right now. He's at this new mechanical keyboard, and it's always a very tick. Yeah. Yeah, he plays it really for the art direction. Though, I think he was talking about how the most recent one had a really interesting way of making you feel connected to your friends. Something about how like through the gameplay itself you feel attached, because I was talking about how I really like NBA 2K15 sort of. I mean, there's a lot of things about that series I hate, like just how the in-game point purchases have ruined the design, but the nice thing is you grow attached to your teammates through playing basketball with them. You know, like if this one guy keeps missing threes, you get frustrated at him, but then he scores the game-winning three, and like it feels awesome. Brotastic. Hey, TGI Friday. Yeah, I'm feeling, we're gonna try to get a lot done this weekend. Feeling really great about the game and where it's at. So did everyone see the new teaser trailer for Far Cry? It actually looks pretty interesting. Like not so much the gameplay, because the gameplay is, well, it's Far Cry, but the setting is kind of cool. Well, welcome. Welcome. Glad that you could join us. How did you find out about the stream? Did you randomly stumble in here? $17.23. Yeah, I thought that was pretty ballsy of them. Hey, they don't represent anything actually. It's just for me to tell different pieces apart. Through a tweet. Welcome. Good old Twitter. All right. We are now going to listen to the Pulley Bridge soundtrack. Praetorian, one of our regular viewers, hates the soundtrack, but he is not here right now. Alright, so this is a window design tool. Well, this is Photoshop, but I've got this tool that will convert these pixels into a window in the game, complete with like proper colliders and all that, so this is pretty handy. You know what? Actually, I think Let's give myself a little bit more room to maneuver. Wait, what's off? Ah, I see, yeah. All right. Come on. Okay. Now let's figure out what to put in the middle. Isn't there? There is. You're right. There is. You're absolutely right. There is. At least I think there is. I mean, I could also just design half of it and then copy it over. You know what? This is actually... Okay, so they did not do it. Okay, so it actually is there's a tool for it. Yeah, you know what? It would be pretty handy to see it in real time. I don't want it with the pen tool. I guess that actually might be kind of helpful. We should just do something like this. If you're woken during sleep, yeah, it's it is. It looks like there's one with the pen tool. I'd you know what? Let me just take a second to look at this guy because this might actually be worth it for me to pick it up.
Ladies and gentlemen, the day has come. With the city here to help us. With this will simply at your fingertips. These Photoshop panels added, or some for character design. I'm fantastic for brainstorming. Watch it in action.
Interesting. Yeah, it doesn't have real-time symmetry. So this is pretty handy. I'll have to do some research because sometimes this stuff doesn't work. Yeah, now that you've pointed out, it is actually super annoying that they don't have a symmetry tool. I mean, it's basically taking me, well, I wouldn't say twice as long, because So something that's kind of fun with these is always figuring out where to break the line. So for example, we can do this. So, you know, that I think is kind of a cool look. Krita. I don't know what Krita is. Is that another tool? So I do need this pixel thing. The way my window generator tool, it needs it to be, so every pixel ends up being 0.25. So yeah, each pixel is 0.25 units. So you can see each line is 2 pixels wide because it translates to being 0.5 in the game. I flew back from Baltimore yesterday, and this guy next to me was actually worked for Adobe. I should have said something. He was quite angry though because the flight got delayed and then got canceled. You know, I will look into it because. So you can do pixels. Yeah, if I have so they have wraparound mode. Yeah, as long as I have pencil, eraser, and I can choose the size, this might be better. Hey, Tears. Hey, cameraman. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna get it. One second. I'll do it after. I'll switch over afterwards. Yeah, it's just, I just learned about it. It's an open source tool, but it's got symmetry. You know what? Now that I've installed, let's go ahead and let me install that because I'm all about tools that are going to save me work. Indeed it is. Hey, Oxylorix. Yeah, I really like the soundtrack, but Praetorian hates it. Anyway, Ada in the chat, you know, I was making this and Ada asked why I'm not using a symmetry tool in Photoshop. And it turns out Photoshop does not have a symmetry tool. What do you mean by graphics pipeline? Yeah, because so I mean, yeah, Photoshop is great for a lot of stuff, but if I'm using, let's see here, you know, what do we do? 24, 40. Oh, but can I see guides? Yeah, so I need guides. Let's see here. View, show grid. It's probably preferences, settings, configure, Krita. Okay, so this is pretty good. I want, the thing, it's funny because I keep wanting to use, no smoothing. See it's, I need just a straight up. Oh, there we go. Oh, okay, so yeah, I think this could work. Huh. Okay, let's check out their symmetry tool. Mirror image vertically. Oh, do I need to? Second play long. You should have to create your own. You would have to create. Oh, I have to create my own custom brush. No, not uploading the video publicly. On the top bar. Oh. Yes, thank you. Okay, you know what? This is actually quite nice. Let me do something. Let me save this. Save as. So let me save this in Windows Design Resources. Yeah, because basically all the windows are pretty much always symmetrical. Yeah, I wouldn't. You can upload it to, but you want to make it unlisted and just post it in the, like you can post it in the Discord has a beta. Channel that's private. Oh, this is pretty cool. There's always. Actually, already this is causing fewer performance issues than Photoshop, so I think I will stick with this. versus Window Designs World 041B. Ah, yes. Okay. Looks like they've kept a lot of the shortcuts. Why is this not showing the grid though? Oh, show grid. Yes. Hey, what if the videos for like an essay kind of video was showing more than the, then that's fine. Yeah, I mean, I'm more, you know, I don't want videos of the game being played through, or at least I would restrict the content to like the first half of the game. You know what? I need to make some keyboard shortcuts. Keyboard shortcuts. Oh. Menu. View. Show grid. Control. I think they make. I like how the shortcuts are just slightly different. And paint.net. Yeah, no, this is sure, yeah. I mean, usually it's I would say it's better not to, for because there's also going to be like all these watermarks on it. But yeah, when in doubt, you can just send it to me. But I'm can't always. Find the time to respond. Oh, this is so great. Oh man, this is awesome. Yep. Ah, okay, so they don't do a straight line. Okay. So that's one thing. How do I draw? So you know Photoshop? Let's see here. Let me look up Krita straight line. It's up here. You just No, it's not shift. You got to use shift after. What? No. See, it's not. To activate a line tool, use V. Use other keys afterwards to constrain the line. Oh, you know what? Let me see here. Oh, I gotta hold V and draw. But wait, what? Oh, I see. I like the way, because Photoshop you can just hold it and then it would do a straight line. How do you do so? Well, let's see here. So it doesn't look like it has that. You know what? Let's see about this stabilizer. Yeah, I'll still be streaming. The stabilizer thing is on the... I see. Oh. Okay, I think this is good enough. Actually, I'm gonna... Nah, I don't like the stabilizer. Actually, this is not bad. I can get used to this. Yeah. I'll Okay, I'm starting to get the hang of this. Ugh, now I know why there's so much resistance to using new tools. Oh, come on. Hi. Ah. You are absolutely right. I did not realize I can do both. It is, but I keep pressing the Photoshop controls and just undoing a whole bunch of stuff. But you're right. I don't know why I did not have. Thank you. It's like watching a monkey learn how to use a typewriter. Okay. Actually, now that I'm getting the hang of it, it's actually pretty nice. Oh, I see how the V works. No, wait, never mind. I don't. But, you guys work for Krita or something? Hey, I'm learning to use Krita. It's his new tool, but it's got symmetry, which Photoshop surprisingly does not have. All right, you know what? I think I'm pretty happy. Ah, you know what? Let's resources, window designs, and I do want to replace it. So let me just take a look at the image, make sure that it is set up correctly. Yeah, thanks guys for this tip. I think once I get used to it, it'll be a lot faster. It's already, yeah, just having that tool is pretty great. Yeah, so you can see this is our, right now what I do in here is I have this tool. I guess I could change it. Yeah, I don't like, what is that? This is like a V. Yeah, it's not ideal. Alright, so you can see I've got this world building window generator. What it does is I'm going to open up, I'm going to select the image. Good idea, Co. How's the hardly difficult logo coming along? Yeah, but the way Photoshop does it that I like is when you are drawing it, like I can just hold down Shift and it makes sure I just draw in a straight line, which is nice. So it's more that I'm used to. By the way, for those of you that are new, I've got this, I made a development update video recently, since we're waiting for, and it talks about kind of what the game is about, what I've been working on. All right, there we go. So you see what it does is it generates this window. So yeah, we've got it. So yeah, basically, whenever you can optimize your workflow, you should do that. Here's another tool is that I can actually just look at what it looks like from inside the game, inside the editor. I don't even have to hit play. But you know, since we've got a lot of new people, let me show you guys exactly what this game is about. So I'm gonna hit play now. We're gonna generate an optimized version of the level. and then it's gonna run that, and I can show you guys some of the mechanics in motion. Simple fragment. It is not at all simple. No, we've got this pretty complicated rendering pipeline because so we're actually in forward rendering. Yeah, we have a custom rendering pass that, like, all the lights are, we're not using the Unity lighting system. All the point lights are different. We can actually scale the size of lights, which you can't do in Unity. But yeah, we've got, we need forward rendering because we're doing stencil buffers for the portals and a whole bunch of other stuff, yeah. It looks simple, but there's a whole bunch of stuff going on. Hey, Zent12. So what do you guys think about guys with pinky rings? A friend gave me this. It's actually too big, so it doesn't really fit, so I'm not wearing it. But if you want to wear a pinky ring for a while, no, you don't need deferred for the outlines. That's true. But the stencil buffers are kind of tricky. We basically, all the materials, we can't use any of the default Unity materials, right? Because the way the stencil buffers work, we have to like decide which what objects get shown, what not. The whole thing's kind of messy. But I guess like for pinky rings, you need a signet ring. I have my family crest. At the Art Institute, they had a bunch of rings from Romans. Now that would be a cool ring to have, like a ring formerly worn by a Roman emperor. So yeah, you can see it takes like 5 minutes, or not, probably not 5 minutes, like 2 or 3 minutes, but still that's too long to just get the level ready. All right, here we go. So I'm gonna no clip around this level just because I'm not gonna play it in the normal way. Well, it is, yeah, we hijacked it, so you can see here it's this, all the meshes are combined, all the renderers are combined, and there's like a whole ton of processing that goes on. No, because it takes whatever is in the level. I mean, it can cache some of it, but I make changes, so it reorganizes the whole thing and gets the data. Yeah, it's one of those things where kind of towards the end of a project, some of your tools start to get in the way. It's not. I mean, it is in the editor, but not at runtime. Each tree is manually, like, as in it's going to be the same tree every time you play the game. But it is sort of, it is grown through code. So it's not you'll get there. There is something that's going to be different each time, but unfortunately not the trees. There are a lot of trees though, so there's more than 50 trees in the game. Yeah, we're listening to the Poly Bridge soundtrack. One of my personal favorites. Not as a fan. There is. No, I mean you can't test it by yourself. That doesn't. That wouldn't work. But yeah, we had a group of 200, but we're gonna start sign-ups for more. I want to add 50 new beta testers every week, every 2 weeks, up until release. Yeah, no, we're gonna be doing a lot of beta testing. This game needs, there needs to be a lot of testing. I will have the, I'll post the signups here once it's ready. There's like an itch.io page. Well, the thing is, last time I did it, we got 200 people sign up, and I got a lot of really good feedback, but then the build of the game ended up on a bunch of torrent sites, which was kind of lame. I know the game's gonna get pirated once it's out, but like I prefer it if people would at least wait until I was done. So I just have to it's just extra work for me to set stuff up. Yeah, so now it's like I need to look into a few things, like having the game expire after about a month, and just maybe vet people a little bit better. And of course, when you play, that means there's going to be like a big watermark. Yeah, you can. There's like Steam DRM. The thing is, I'm using itch.io to pirate. I mean, I'm using itch.io for the beta testing. Yeah, somebody leaked the build. Right, no, but yeah, I could do that. Like, I can have it check a file in a server. It's just more work than I have to do, Well, so there's a reason why I don't want the Steam. I could use Steam beta testing. I don't really want to do that for a few reasons. The main one is that it affects, I think a lot of people who want to beta test it are people who are big fans of the game, right? But when you receive a game for free, and you review it on Steam, it doesn't count towards your total review score. So yeah, I kind of want to use a different system for that. You. I mean, I'm using Unity. Yeah, Windows up there. You can see how it looks. Hey, Sky Eye Dreamer. Hey, Ada, thanks for stopping by. And thanks for the Krita suggestion. I think it's going to save me a lot of time moving forward. Really appreciate it. Let's listen to some Bastion next.
Listen, all this takes a lot of getting.
Oh, by the way, for those of you that are new, we just have some links for you all to check out. Yeah, the boxes are always accessible. Oh, are you talking about mine? Yeah, mine. Oops. Hey, damn scout. How you doing? Thanks for that. I need to take out the GDC talk. I mean, the... That GDC command is no longer relevant. Hey, Gego. Gego CS. Oh, yeah, there we go. That's kind of a cool. Well, I'm not sure if the Twitch chat is the most helpful. I think you might. I mean, first of all, I am doing level design in Unity, so I'm not sure if this is the most appropriate channel to be asking Python questions. Like, maybe there's a Python streamer who's helping, so that might be a little bit. You might want to check out their channel. I mean, I'm happy to have you hang out here, but I'm just mean, I think most of the people here might not be familiar with the things you're working on. Well, yeah, but you know, you should not just be going into random people's channels just to ask for help, right? Like, some people might. you know, it's like we're in different rooms, people are hanging out. So, I mean, I don't have a problem with it, but I think some others might feel a little bit invaded. Sure, but not every channel is going to be relevant. It is a very pretty broad field. So hey, Sixtazi. Yeah, sometimes I program on the stream. You know what you should do, Mystery and Chances? You should just stream yourself working on the problem. And when people stop by, you can ask for help that way. I've done that before. That's been really helpful. Not the most fun streams. They can be kind of stressful, but oftentimes people know more about the problem. It's easier when they can kind of see what you're trying to do and they can see the code. It is always hard to help with programming when you don't when you can't see the code. Like sometimes people will say, "Hey, my collision isn't working in Unity." And it's like, well, there could be a million things that's causing that to happen. So Alright, so let's see. Let's come down in here, take a look at this. Man, I am so happy with this tool. So yeah, so you can't see everything, like you can't see the water here, and obviously I can't interact with anything, but the key is I want to, you know, I'm really not a big fan of this column here. Let me see, maybe if I get rid of this tool, this piece, since it's not, okay, yeah, this guy is not actually being used, so let's get rid of him. Yeah, there's like this water source here, and I want you to see, I want you to have the view of the water and this platform in the same angle. Oh, so I wanted to ask people, I want to get some feedback on these marathon stream ideas that I've got. So, which is that closer to release, which is in, so basically in the next few months, I want to do a bunch of marathon streams, like 12-hour, and one of them is to play through all the old versions of the game. So, which is about like 4 years worth of builds, and talk about how the game has evolved over time. And I also invite some of the other Chicago indie game developers, because a lot of them have seen the game since the beginning, and I'd like to invite them over and have them kind of talk about how the game has changed from their perspective. So I thought that would be kind of cool, because oftentimes we only see the final version of a game, and I think seeing how a game evolves and grows over time is pretty fascinating. Yeah, and I was just wondering if people think that would be an interesting idea. Like we'd start at, 8 a.m. or something, and go until 8 p.m. Like, towards the end, make an event, maybe like raise money for charity or something, and like towards the end it would just be dinner and hang out with some friends. Yeah, like these are, let me see if I can pull up archived. I hope I still have one. Oh dear, where'd they go? Oh, hope I have not deleted them. Oh dear. Yeah, like here I have these ones from November, but I'm trying to find the earlier builds. Please don't let me have deleted them. Ah, yeah. Here we go. So these are old executables going down, going down to 2013. I think I might even have even older ones. Yeah, so I have these ones going back to, what is this? 2013 April. Right, it would be a little long, so it's not intended, it's not supposed to be for the average viewer. It's like you can kind of tune in and it would be archived. Did you see how pretentious that was? Relativity, a discourse in 3 parts. So this was before I had the floor coloring. Ah, look at that. This is in April 2013. So you got the gravity changing. Oh man, this is actually kind of comical. Oh yeah, so see, it would change to completely white. Yeah, so I figured a marathon, you know, the reason why, so a marathon obviously would be super long. I don't expect anyone to watch for 12 hours. But what's cool about it is it just makes it more of an event, you know, like, or okay, so that's an idea. So it's like, should I do a marathon or should I do like a weekly show? You know, actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, it might be better if we did a weekly one and just slowly built up to launch. So maybe that might be better than a marathon. Like could do like every Saturday at noon, every Saturday noon to 2 p.m. I look at an old bill and we do it in chronological order. So we start off with all right, so weekly show, we do like weekly 1 hour a week every Saturday at noon or something. That would be a good time. Yeah. Thing is, then it's like I can't. Then it locks my weekends down. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. Let's do a weekly thing. Okay, we'll do like 2 hours each time, and we'll just look at the game in chronological order. So it's been it's like 4 years. Yeah, let's do a weekly show, Sunday, Saturday, and I'll just post the schedule, and everyone can join. So yeah, we'll do like around noon. I'm wondering if I should start. Okay. I'm thinking we can do like every 2 months, and then we can cover 1 year in 1 month. Yeah, right. Yeah, okay, let's do that. Actually, thanks for the suggestion. So yeah, let's do a weekly show where we look at the very first builds. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, and I'll post a schedule, and then I can have a playlist. Yeah, plus a marathon session is pretty exhausting. So yeah, we'll do like a weekly show. Maybe we can do. What would be a good time? Like every Sunday at 1 p.m. Central. Might be good. And that it'll also work better as archive videos, you know, because nobody's gonna watch a 12-hour marathon thing. So yeah, we'll do yeah. You know what? Why don't we start let's start next Saturday. Let's start with next Saturday Let's aim for that. So starting June 3rd, we'll play through old builds. We'll do like an hour, and so that'll be a weekly show. Yeah, where we look at old builds, and I'll make like a poster. But yeah, so we've got a lot of old builds to get through. No, I gotta work, so we've got it's like you can look at, like, I've got 2013 April 11th. This isn't even the very first one. Then we've got like 2013 September. Oh man. This is my full-time thing. Yeah, so we can see how it's changed over time. All right, I'm gonna. It is my full time. Yeah, what do you guys? So yeah, is that a cool thing? That's yeah, we'll do a weekly Saturday, 12 p.m. Central. What's the time for everybody right now? What's like what GMT? How do people like how do people prefer the format? Okay, yeah. So I think that works with the Europe time zone, because it's 6 p.m. It's almost 6 p.m. for me. So you're in like London. You're obviously in Europe somewhere. CET and GMT. Okay, so I'll make sure the dates are in the time zone is in GMT. And start that. Yeah, it's kind of cool. I like to, and then yeah, that's actually a much better idea than a marathon, because it'll be, one, easier for me to do. Two, better for YouTube archives. So yeah, let's do. I've always wanted a weekly TV show. It'll be. A walk. I need a good name for it though. A walk down memory lane. So I need a pun, some kind of pun with the word garden. Stroll through Manifold Garden. Yeah, let's help me come up with some good show names, because that would be great for a YouTube archive. I'll stroll through Manifold Garden. Gardening the Manifold. Because I'm thinking now like a stroll down memory lane. That's under the manifold. Unfolding the manifold. Oh, that's unfold the manifold. That's not bad. Unfolding the garden. Unfolding manifold garden. Oh, unfold. Sorry. Hey, dude. You try reading while you're level designing. Cause there's a Starseed Pilgrim had the Starseed Observatory, which I always thought was super cool. Man, unfolding manifold garden. That sounds more like a Let's Play series. That sounds more like the title of a marathon stream. So let's, okay, well. Maybe I might just end up doing like history of Manifold Garden. I need Garrett in the chat. Garrett's our resident pun dude. So far, I like unfolding the manifold. That I like. Unfolding Manifold Garden is not bad, actually. Unfolding Manifold Garden. And sometimes I can have special guests on the show, so that'll be cool. Oh man, you know what I should do? Yeah, you know, we can look at builds, and then I can get, yeah, it's like we can do that. So we'll do a weekly show, you know, starting in June. And that'll be perfect, because I think this will lead, I think by the time I catch up to today, I'll basically be ready to launch. And unfolding the garden. But the thing is, unfold the manifold is unfolding Unfolding the garden. That's not. Yeah. Oh, that's pretty good too. I'll make a poll. So we'll do, but then, once in a while I can get special guests on the show. People who've played the game in various forms and have them talk about it. Maybe I can get John Blow on the show. Yeah. Oh man. Maybe. I think we have to maybe get a bigger following. Hey John, come to my show and talk about how great my game is. He hasn't played it yet. Of course I'd be honored. I'm a huge fan of his work. Fez is one of my favorite games. Just ask Obama. Yeah. I don't have 400,000 though. Isn't that, or whatever? I think that's his current speaking fee. I'm just kidding. And I know where this is going. It's like, hey, Vladimir. Как дела? Твои очень нравится Manifold Garden. Fez is fantastic. Definitely one of my favorites. No, I want to get people who've played the game, Yeah, I did not. Although it's sort of one of those things that once you know about it, you kind of see it everywhere. Like I'm sure you've seen it in a few places since. I guess it's not. It's a bit unusual. It's like a cultural thing. I mean, to me, all that stuff is just bonus in Fez. Like, you can even just playing the game without getting to that level is awesome. Yeah. Alright guys, I've been streaming for 2 hours and 20 minutes. I am going to take a break, get some dinner, go to the gym, and I will come back for some more streaming this evening. So in the meantime, I am going to host Hardly Difficult. Alright, let me just... Actually, hold on 1 second. Isn't there like a way you can move through a level? 3D navigate SD an editor. How do you do that? Um, fly through mode. Click and hold the... Oh, you gotta click and hold the right mouse button. Yeah. Ah, yeah, perfect. Ah, yes. Okay. Now I can fly through the level without... Oh, right, and Q and E moves me up and down. Oh, you're right. Oh, yeah, this is perfect, because then I can actually get a sense of walking through this level. Yeah, so, yeah, this is kind of cool. I would like to... I'm trying to build more sort of areas where you can look at stuff. Like, this is... So this is how it was before. Oh, man, this is so awesome. Yeah, I can just show you. It's a little slow, but like this is what it looked like before, right? So you can see it's not... Wow, this is actually really great for showing the architecture. Like this isn't super interesting, but I've decided to kind of have this variation in height. And this is already like... This already looks much more interesting, right? And then the other cool thing about it is like as I'm walking through it, you know, you can kind of look down and see what's happening beneath. So there's some yeah. So yeah, that is... I think there can be even more details. So if you guys... One of the things I want to talk about Blame manga. I was talking to this about my roommate. Like, why does it feel... Why do the spaces in Blame feel so epic? So for those of you that don't know about Blame, it's a manga by Tsutomu Nihei. Actually, Netflix has recently released a anime for it. I highly recommend checking it out. It's very different from the manga. I think they made some changes so that it sort of works as a standalone film, but still worth checking out. But the manga is fantastic, and you know, there's a bunch of shots like this with spaces like this, and I think why it feels so big is that there's a lot of contrast in the level of detail, right? So we have something like this panel, relatively low detail, and then you have something like this, high detail, and it's the contrast between the two that makes this space feel very big. Now that is something I am missing here, right? We see that like there's details here, but I think it needs all this kind of detail like here to contrast with the surfaces. Like I think that something like that looks great, but you know, I'm talking about ridges all along the sides. I think that's really gonna go a long way. Like right. So you know, just kind of get this level of detail to really emphasize the size. Is there a shortcut to switch between orthographic and perspective? Ay, bless me. Alright. Dinner, gym, and then more streaming this evening. I will see you all later. I am going to send you guys over to Hardly Difficult. Alright. See ya.